for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times.
Yeah.
Thomas Jackson.
Yeah. Bounce. Yeah.
There's no arrest for the wicked. It's going to be a quick comeback as we now go into map number 3, Pride versus Team123. Now, Pride are yet to actually... Well, no, sorry. Team123 are yet to actually win a matchup. So this would be something for them at least. Pride actually looking like they could still come out second in the group. Although, if Exeter's now 2-0, Team123 could have actually taken them down with them, which I feel like wouldn't really be something they care about. It might be quite funny, like them just being able to drop them further down into the sort of, well, hell that they're in of being out of the tournament. But then again, who's betting on Exeter's to even win? That's the question. I think a lot of it relies on whether or not Frozen's just going to go absolutely ham. We saw him drop 38 kills on train yesterday. Hugely impressed with what I saw from him. 14 years old. And he's already 10 times better than me at count. No, actually, 10 times is not even enough. I think maybe 1,000 times. Either way, it's gone to a third map. Now, the worrying thing at the moment for Pride is the fact that Maniz has not looked good today. And this is normally a map that we see big things from him. And so far, we haven't really seen anything. What does HF mean? It means have fun. It will be Pride starting over on that CT side. So they've got the good start again. But then again, we saw that previously. They started on the stronger side of Nuke. Ended up losing 6 rounds. And that sort of wasn't really good enough for them. They weren't able to pull things back over on the T side. And looked pretty lackluster. We'll see if now Team123 can actually take this series. At least get themselves some points on this board. This imaginary board that doesn't exist. Smoke going to be set up. Thrown over towards that A site. Going to be sat towards that back position on Ivy. Interesting smoke to throw out as there's so many angles actually still left to clear. Flashbang will be falling, and actually the rotation is completely wrong from the CT side. They take a player away from the connector. Luckily it's early days, so there's no smokes, but they've lost 2 players in the meantime. However, Luz in the back line with the support of Reitz is able to find himself 2, and they're looking for more. Reitz as well, still standing as he'll bring it back to a 1 versus 1. NATO versus Reitz, and it will be an instant 1-tap from the poles. MP7. Double MP7. Maybe it's back. Still yet to see too many Bisons. I suppose the Bison was never really in. I think Makalele used to pick it up occasionally. The Bison Maestro. The king of the Bison. One day they'll buff it so it has 700 bullets per clip. You just basically never let go. Be a bit like Titanic. Deegs invested. Mostly. Cyclone with a Tech 9. Never to find anything as of yet. CT side actually going for a fairly risky buy, though. I was going to call that a rarely. Cross between fairly and risky. 1-shot headshot. Of course. What? Of course. Of course. They've gone for 3 SMGs. One that we know and love, currently on minis. And the other, the form of the MP7. Starting to take a little bit of damage. bomb now going to make its way out of top. It's alone, and that means the rest of the players are going to have to go across the site to actually get to it, which is not. One more bullet, please. Happening. No love lost for Basso as he will fall. Flawless round coming out for the CT side as they make some extra cash, of course, only investing into these SMGs. Now, NATO's actually saved a little bit of extra cash ready for this AWP. He has just about enough money to make sure he gets himself an AWP with the Kevlar, so not going to invest into anything this round. The main aim of the game in this one is to make sure they get a bomb plant. It's interesting. I hope they just rush towards B, if I'm honest. The B side gives you so much more of an opportunity to get a bomb plant. That's why we actually see the CT side putting 2 players over in that position. If they go down Pop Dog, Morels may just have an absolute field day. There's only going to be 1 person here. Instead, it's going to be Maniz having the field day, get himself 3. But there could be an opportunity now for a bomb plant. Unfortunately, already Morels will come in from behind, and Cyclone is trapped. He's got a UMP, hopes he can get something done, but it's just not the case. 3-0. Team123 now ready to buy. AWP will be coming in for both sides. NATO with no head armor. Could leave him a little bit vulnerable to the MP7 and the FAMAS. Well, and I suppose all the rifles as well, considering on the CT side it's not 1 shot to the head. But don't worry, $300 pistol is. Game design. They're alright. Waiting in that upper position. Luz still waiting up close. The MP7 not going to be too much of a problem for him here. Taking pop control seems to be something that definitely comes into contention at the moment. In terms of maps, we're looking at a 1-all scoreline. Way of Team123. PRIDE taking Mirage. If anything, this could have been a 2-0 for Team123. I think they didn't really perform in that second half of the first map. Either way, nice entries this time, though. Again, their entry fraggers have been superb. ResX and Cellrate able to get them the doubles while moving forward. ResX again, this duo just doing all of the work, and Basso will be there to at least steal 1 away. Double ups, that's a mistake. That must be unintentional. Double AWP setup on the T side is not something that we normally see coming in. I think they may have only assumed that they didn't have one. CT side still going to have enough money to buy up. They did make some extra cash off of the SMGs and now have full rifles across the board. He's actually going to go pushing over towards his B side. Now, it's interesting that they've actually sped themselves up, considering they have 2 AWPs. But if they can take this B side, their after-plant position should be very good. However, the bomb already being dropped by Reitz in a very open position means he can fall back, and they'll support it with the AWP on Exus. We'll be looking for more. Reitz has to be careful. The bomb will be going down. Cyclone actually now only with the Tech 9 will be able to retrieve an AK, leave himself in a better position. Can NATO actually get away here? Down to just 46. Actually, Reitz, while blind, does a lot of damage and hits 1 through the smoke. NATO, left alone, finds the first, gets the second as well. 2 more players to find, and it's not to be the clutch looking possible, but Luz is going to be able to find the kill. Fuse has to come in. They are going to be searching for a second AWP. Doesn't look like they can find it at the moment, at least, but there we go. Double AWP setup retrieved, and we know that this is a loved strategy of PRIDE. East-side already. A little bit of economic restraint. We're going to see a deal onto Cellrate. Double AWP setup. available for this CT side, which means that they can have a much more passive hold over towards this B site. See, all the way at the back is Maniz. Now the nades thrown in. Will they spot out Reeds? That's the big question. He's not going to spot out them. I think that's the bigger problem at the moment. The Deagle not able to finish him off, but it will be just a quick trade. Maniz is able to get one, but that Deagle finally connects, and it's a lovely shot as well. Selray trying to do what he can. I'm not sure what's going on with all the team damage that's been done. Maniz is just styling at this point, but Cyclone is able to bring one back. It's all on to Luz. He'll be able to do it without much of a problem. Should be able to retrieve the AWP as well. Will be the diffuser coming in. So CT side just about holding on in this position. Now you have to wonder if the T's will actually opt to force. Now you look at their money and you think, okay, can 1900 make a difference to this buy? The answer is definitely yes. They can have so much more with that extra money. But at the same time, only one player survived. The money on the CT side is also screwed if they manage to win themselves this round. However, they're actually going to go for a bit of a mix. A half buy. Now this, for me, means they have to get a bomb plant. Because otherwise, NATO's not even going to have enough for an AK. He'll have to go with the Tech 9 again. So let's see what they can actually do in this situation. Early nades will be holding them back over towards that A main position. Sat back. Cell rate will be there to start Luz the trade, but it's still just going backwards and forwards at the moment. Morels seemingly doing the work once again, but already we're going to have another kill come in. AWP actually picked up for Cyclone as well, bringing it into a 1v1 situation. This is only meant to be a half fight. They shouldn't be winning this round. Big stuff from Cyclone. And that's the reset. That's the damage they didn't even need to invest everything in. Why bother when you can have a Tech 9? Who is Fairy Weather? I'm in a little bit of shock. I don't know what that is. I think Mayweather will win because it's boxing. And he hasn't lost a fight in boxing. Rezex catches the one rifle. Able to do damage with the pistols. They're still making things very costly for the T side. NATO able to trade it back into a 3 versus 2. Reach some Morels. See what they can do in this situation. It's been a pretty good day for Morels so far, but he's gone a little bit quiet in this matchup. Early days though. T side. Well, we'll see him come alive. Nice positioning as well. I'm gonna be honest, I know very, very little about boxing. But if somebody's 46-0, or whatever number it is, they're fighting up against someone who's not actually a boxer, you have to think they'll win. Reitz, oh, he's thinking he can win at the moment. He's brought this down for 1 versus 2. That nade is gonna just catch him out a little bit more. To try and win this, it's not going to be the case, and if anything, that AK save may have been more valuable. Rezek's going to be chasing after the pistol. Five to 3. T side now looking to power forward as they break the economy of Pride. It's going to have to be a save. They can at least hope to try and do some extra damage. Look at the money over on the other side of things. NATO, the only one with any cash at all. And in fact, 3 players with $100 and below. Definitely not a good situation yet for the T's. If 2 players are dropped, TT's can look to try and damage them back once again, especially if they can drop that AWP, which has been a costly rebuy for Team 123 throughout this series so far. Nice pop flash though. Maniz left completely blind. The rest of the team further back. Trying to take these long-range duels. Basso tapping away. Has an easy job of finishing things off in this situation. And now Morel's trying to be sneaky as he can. It's going to fall as well. So Team 123 get a 4th round on the board. Now we look towards the CT side by. Now, unless they go glass cannon, there isn't going to be an AWP. And, well, that is exactly the case that will come in. And we've already seen that they want to have a double AWP setup from what they picked up in the rounds that they could. East side definitely in a better situation at the moment. Not losing anyone in the previous round is definitely going to boost them. Team Pro 100, no, it's Prosto, I think. Although I don't really know why I'm the one trying to correct the pronunciation, because I don't really know. The drop down. Not going to be working at all. Morales will be able to wipe up those kills. Nice shot from NATO. We'll give them an opportunity in this round at least. Go pushing back in. Morels actually going to go down as well to Cyclone. So they've got it into a 3-on-3 situation, taking lots of damage in the meantime. They can somehow get the bomb down. Then maybe there's a chance. And Basso is going to take another. They have the advantage in men, but they definitely don't in HP. Very low. Maniz's head will be spotted. However, he can do the same in return. Again, evening things up. Both players sat over towards that bomb train. Maniz looking to end this round in its track. There's NATO now, the only one left alive. They may not expect him to be over in this same situation, though. In the same position, just waiting. Gonna go up, spots out Reitz. Can he get away with this? No, he can't. He'll miss the shot. The opening betrayed itself to him. That'll be a 6-4 situation. Yeah, I think the reason they didn't actually throw a pop flash in is because they were trying to go for a more surprise factor. To be honest, even with a pop flash, it would have been sort of difficult for them to take that spot. A lot of players will either look away from it or just pre-fire. And it's such a small angle to hold that you can understand it. But the second player doing the same thing, they're going to be expecting someone to be there, so you can't really condone the action there. T-side, they'll have a buy on the board and still have a good chance actually to reset their opponents. Maniz will get an AWP. But they have an MP7 as well. Luz going to be playing over towards Ivy. And although there's a lot of close range angles to hold in this position, not really holding my hopes up for him at the moment. T-side playing patient. Not going to go overly aggressive in this situation. Looking to try and find a little more. Pop flash going to be going in. Not really going to gain too much information as of yet, though. They really don't know whether T's are going to be coming. Hence, they still have 2 players over towards this B site. And we'll see, can Selray get away with it this time? No, he cannot. The smoke baiting him into position. Actually, Luz is going to get 2 with the MP7. I was a doubting Thomas, as they say in the Bible. But I have been shown the light. Although Luz is actually going to get rid of the MP7 now. Leaving NATO to save his AWP. Scurry back. Hold on to his weapon. But this is perfect for the CT side. They win one. They then have a flawless round. Unless, of course, NATO can take someone with him. And then, not only that, T-side are going to be on an eco, or should be at least. It's questionable whether they invest behind the AWP. That's the only thing they can really go for. Side looking to pick up the pace. They have invested into this round. They got a few AKs on the board at least, alongside their AWP, which they won't be able to get in the next round anyway. So they're just going to buy behind it, invest, into NATO Sapphics. Reets. The AWP of Minis are going to be waiting on this site. Looking for that upper position. Actually aiming at the pole. Won't that reduce the damage? Maybe I'm wrong. Smoke going to go out. The aggression will begin. Molotov to try and stop them crossing to the sniper. Reed's actually going to be able to get one through the smoke. Rezex catches the AWP, however, and actually gets very close to these remaining CT players. However, he'll be spotted, and he has the bomb! Why has he got the bomb? That is a huge mistake. Now the T's have to look to try and get that back, and oh, that is just horrible from the T side. He does so well to actually get that far forward, but the problem is, without the bomb now, they can't actually plant, obviously, unless they kill all the players in the way. Morel's just going to be holding further back in case there's a flank coming in, relying on his teammates to do the work, and rightly so, as Exus will get his triple kill. And Pride win themselves the round. In his defense, I'm pretty sure he didn't know he had it, but that's not the sort of mistake that you can be making. Eagles on every single player on Team 123. Buzz. Got that temptation to peek out. Spot into the Deagles. Exus will be there to take the first kill of the round. Poor Rezex for griefing. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he didn't know he had the bomb. So, going to be waiting with this Deag, looking to try and at least make things costly. It's not going to be the case, and the problem now is you've started to get some much cleaner rounds for this CT side. 9-4, their money's looking very, very good. Finally, they get that drop-down push. They've managed to remove Morels from his position, catch him in a spot. Now look to go pushing out to the site. No trade in sight as NATO Sapphics will take the head off of Exus. 3 players left. Reitz is actually going to go rotating back to the B side. The problem is they have absolutely no idea where this push is going to be coming in. Bomb is actually making its way back towards B. The Reitz may have the right read in this situation. Now he's going to need to do something nutty. He's going to need to make a massive play for his team. In fact, he's just going to play it patient, hope that somebody walks past him and doesn't realise, and that's exactly what happens. He gets himself 2. Gives them a chance in this round, especially with Luz actually adding his achievements, bringing it back to a 2 versus 2 situation. This would be an atrocious round to lose, and already they're going to have a player pushing onto the bomb. The flank is just a little bit too slow, but Basso is able to do the work. Maniz going to go pushing the smoke. Actually going to be helping him out. They're going to switch up the bond position. Bomb position. Oh my goodness. Completely forgotten how to say the word bomb. Not the blonde, not the James Bond. It's the bomb. But either way, it won't matter. They're going to clean up that final kill onto Maniz, do damage over towards our economy, and looking for that similar 9-6 situation we saw from them previously. I almost said blonde, and then I almost said bond, and I was trying to say bomb. Oh, sometimes your brain just lets you down. Able to get one this time. It's an aggressive push out from the T's. They're switching up the pace right at the end of this half, and it's working wonderfully as Reitz now the only man left alive, attempting to save the situation. They want a 10-5, but it's not going to happen. 9-6 again, a repeat of what we saw in the previous map. And now Pride, they push onto the T side. Hey! Screw you, Voko. I have a brain. I'm functioning. Sort of. Sitting in this chair. To be honest, I've sat so much in this chair today, I wonder if my legs even still work. Sometimes what you say is what you're thinking, so you're telling me I was thinking about blondes and James... Actually, to be fair, that's probably not far off. Nah, I like brunettes. Pistol round important for either side to get that start. CT's wanting to even up the scoreline, build their money. P's wanted to give them a buffer. Reitz out with the Tech 9. There's going to be Basso to start. Jesus, I've forgotten how to talk. But it's this Tech 9 that we want to be watching. Can Reitz do the damage? The answer is no. Team123 take themselves the pistol. Now they look to convert and even up the scoreline once again. Thank you, Boko. Sweetcaster accent. It helps. It definitely helps. But there are people, like, if you have the analytical mind, or you just analyze very, very well, you can definitely make it work. You have to remember that a lot of people are not, like, initially from England. Anders is Danish. So, there you go. We're probably one of the best typecasters in the world. So, it's definitely possible. Just got to work on it like he has. His English is also fluent, but that's not the point. CT side cleaning things up nicely. X is still doing damage with this Tech 9. Reit's just going to be pushing down towards Hell. Clean up now. 3 players surviving. Full force, of course, from Pride. Now, they seem to be one of the only teams who occasionally force into this third round. I'm praying they don't do it in this situation because they're ready and set up for the AKs. The scoreline will be even. They can look to try and fight things back on the T side. And they have been doing reasonably well on their T side so far. Although 6 rounds was enough on Nuke. Basso, MP7. Okay, maybe it's back, boys. MP7 coming in quite a lot in this game, and that's a very quick round. 9-9. No mucking about from Pride. They run straight out of A main and meet their doom. P's now forcing up. MP7 still in play. UMP still in play. Chance to make some extra cash. NATO will actually force up the AWP, however, which means they have that extra range, but if they lose this round, he's going to be on little money while the rest of the team are perfectly able to buy, so could leave them in an interesting scenario. Aggression coming out from the CT side. I like it. Going to go spotting over towards that upper B position and then just fall back. Want to deny any chance for a rush. Also give themselves some information. The problem is we are going to see a little bit of a rotation coming out from this T side as they make their way over towards upper B. Now they've got Exus just making some sound. Making a fool of himself over towards this A site. Sort of like the court jester trying to get everybody to look at him. While his teammates sneak around the back. Rezix, however, boosted up. He'll get one. Able to fall back as well, but that's all. Rotation will be in from NATO. Looking for this kill. Catches one with the AWP. Now, this site is the most retakeable site, or has been for quite a while. Cell rate looking to prove me right as he finds himself a kill over towards that connector. Catching the flanking player. Hot flash out from the T's. Looking to buy more time. There's a kit on every single player of this CT side, but they need to start closing that ground. Molotov going to go out. And actually, it will be Maniz to actually find themselves a kill. NATO with another, though. All leaving it all onto Reitz. He's got a lot of work to do. 2 players to find, and the bomb ticking very quickly. So actually, he can just look to bait down the time. And actually, this may not be the best scenario. Basso I think he may just have it. It's going to be very close, but second time we've seen that, in fact. 10-9. Side off the back of the loss bonus, the bomb plant, and maybe a couple of kills along the way, will be able to continue their bombardment of the CT defense. Now, winning that round, you have to remember, that was a bonus. They had an MP7, they had a UMP. Yes, they forced up the AWP, but if anything, managed to win with not too much invested. Now they get to have all of the rifles as well. Basso in position. He's got support from Natu, who I think actually hits a collat there, but doesn't quite get both kills. It leaves Basso to just clean up the mess. Reitz pushing out. They know exactly where he is at this point. Reitz looking to find a way back into this. Good at this point, it has to be said. NATO going to take him down as well. 11-9. P side not really going to have the money to invest. They can go for a little bit of a half buy into some Tech 9s. They'll have the max loss bonus of 3,400 coming up in the next round. Gives them a better opportunity to do some extra damage. Not dropping a single player in the last round, however, won't be helping them out whatsoever. We're actually going to spot the AWP go over towards this B side. Now, the likelihood is they're going to want to try and get a bomb down, but they're actually going to go pushing into the closer range angles on the A site. Caught out. Cyclone will have to pull back. Going to go for a wild spray, and in fact, it's actually the T's just closing down these angles, taking decent map control. Not only that, they picked up a rifle in the meantime. NATO able to find one. Cell rate again, bringing this further and further into CT control, leaving only Exus to remain in a 1 versus 4. Actually doesn't need to hit the head there, but doesn't know. So he goes for the headshot with the tech at range, and he will not connect. 12-9, but a bomb plant gives a big boost. Make sure everything they have, everything to be desired by this T side will be invested into this round. They can have an AWP if they want it, although they don't. Upper B control taken by the T's. As said, could have bought an AWP. Decided against it in this round. We're going to see some aggression over towards that A main position from both teams. Cell rate. He knows they're coming. He knows they're hunting him. And they will be able to take him, but on after it takes someone with him. And it's clean up again for Team 123. 3 rounds away from being able to finish off this matchup. And ultimately, this is sort of like dragging someone down with you. This is like Jack deciding that rather than never letting go, he will never let go, but also drag the remaining people down with him. Would have changed the film Titanic, if I'm honest. That will be the difference if Team 123 managed to win themselves the next few rounds. If I'm correct, I'm pretty sure there's no way they can actually get through themselves. But at the same time, it's always good to win an official. It's always good to get yourselves the win. But either way, we'll see if they can actually pull this one off. Rezik's doing a decent amount of work on the site. Going to be pushing aggressive. Actually finds himself one. Nature's going to be the person looking for the trade. Also, the sneaky cell rate is still alive and kicking, but he's been spotted out. Luz, very low on HP, has to fall back. Actually, is going to be cell rate to be able to find himself one. Can NATO catch the player from behind? That's the question. He's actually going to molly him out and just look to move away. The bomb trying to be defused by Cellrate. Doesn't quite have enough time to do it, but now he might. It's actually going to be the running push out. Does he have enough time? It's going to be so close, and actually he will. Exus was just too far away. And that will be enough for Team123 to squeeze out another round. It should have been theirs. It should have been theirs. Nine to 14. T-side again. Bomb plant plus loss bonus equals buy. AKs across the board. They've come very close in a couple of these rounds. But not quite winning. Manise sneaking through the smoke will get themselves the first pick over towards their B side. NATO able to trade things back, and actually another is coming for Cellrate in the meantime, holding towards that connector. Now look at the position of Luz. He has to go all the way back to get the bomb. This is just massive mistakes at the moment coming out from this T side. And actually it completely ruins any sort of presence over towards the site. Already they're going to lose Manise in the meantime, and things are just falling apart. 2 remain to try and hold on to things here, and I think they're going to know that they're now rotating back towards this B site as well, so Reitz, he has to do so much. He basically needs to take a couple of players with him as a minimum, although Luz is actually going to be able to do it in the meantime. Takes down 2 on the flank and may even go rotating back towards the A side. There's a chance that he will. However, will Reitz expect another player up high? Oh my goodness, they're going to walk straight past each other. They're so close together. Will Reitz spot him out? This is ridiculous. And this could actually make them believe that the site is clear. This is going to be such an easy kill for Basso. He's just going to be screaming at his teammate at the moment, wondering how on earth he's managed to get past him there. Reitz, 10 seconds, and Basso has won the round just by being oblivious. 9 to 15. Team123 will take themselves another round. And it just looks to be falling apart for Pride. They need to fight this all the way back to overtime. Easy. Doesn't look easy, does it, Luz? When you're 6 rounds down. B side. They've had a lot of love over towards this B side at the moment, but it looks like they're setting up towards A. They've been denied early presence by the Molotovs. They're going to go pushing out. Instant headshot again. Manise, he gets another entry. That's multiple rounds in a row that they've managed to do this. Ivy control been taken. CT side looking to rotate in from behind. Connector going to be smoked off, so they can't really do too much from this position at the moment. And already, Exus actually falls back, but timing not really going to work out for him. Ready, we're going to see NATO go down. Cellrate join him. Flank coming in, though, however, and this has to be down to Cyclone. He's got a lot of work to do, and he's just not going to be able to do it. Rezex left alone in a 1 versus 3. They do have the money to buy into the next round, so if anything, he could go for something here, at least try and catch someone on the exits. But it's not going to happen. Well, actually, he will. He'll take 1. He'll be traded out instantly. It means that there's going to be limitations to the buy. In fact, I'm just going to have to see them invest pretty much everything. AWP will be dropped over. Morale's going to be able to afford to invest into himself as well with the AK. Morale's, you've forgotten to buy a weapon, my friend. You've got a Tech 9, but you have $4,000. You forgot to get an AK. And in fact, he's not even going to have time now. He's going to be down and out instantly. Already the start that the CTs are looking for. Nice shot from NATO as he looks to end this game in its tracks. It's on to Reitz and Luz. Reitz sprays wildly, but will be able to take 1 down with him. Leave it into a 3 versus 2. Luz is going to go rotating around towards this B side. The bomb yet to be spotted. Rezex will go rotating in. And now knows that the bomb is going to be on that site itself. Cellrate, he spotted Reitz. If they can take him down, it'll be a 1 versus 3. But actually, Reitz, even with just 23 HP, has evened up the score once again. Rezex rotating around, has absolutely no clue. And now, it's all on Reet. He just seems to be on for the ace at the moment, on fire in this round. Looking for NATO Safix. 1 versus 1 for this moment of time, and Reet will ace the round. Should never have been, should never have happened. But Pride are going to win and bring themselves up to 11. Reet takes himself, well, further up to the top of his team, but also top of the scoreboard in general. 27 and 17, really making a fight in this scenario. CT side not going to invest into this round, or at least not too much, as they look to at least keep the economy of their opponents low. Whether or not too much damage is another thing altogether. Already losing cell rate, going aggressive. Cyclone has himself a Deeg. Can always be scary. B-side going to be making their way out onto this B-site. Rezex holding the angle. Will spot one, but he's lost within seconds. They're actually going to have a nice little crossfire in that back lines, but it won't matter. Reetz will spray down both. Gets himself to 29 kills. But this is going to be the resurgence. Double AWP setup. Something yet seen from Team123. Gonna try and work this pick style of play. Maniz. There's a gun dropped for him. Luz actually going to be playing that AWP, and I think this is all down to timing. He's got the spawn, so they're going to let him go for this AWP pick. Goes for it, finds it. Basso is gone. Nice work from them. I wonder if he'll actually chuck the AWP over to a different player, or if he'll just opt to keep it himself. NATO going to be able to trade things back. Been doing well with this AWP since he's had it in hand. Maniz. 18 and 23. Still not that star-studded performance. Rotation is actually going to come out towards this B site, and they're playing in a sort of very passive line. Rezex almost punishing his teammate for shooting. But it is going to be the push out onto this A site. Yet to see much of a rotation out from this CT side. They still don't really know too much, but Rezex in this back angle up towards Heaven will be able to take one. They still don't know there's a player lower down on the ladder as well. This is quite an intricate setup. A little bit of a cheese strategy trying to be thrown out from them. Nice dunk from Exes, though. Kobe Bryant would be proud of that one. Cell rate. Waiting. Still in that corner. NATO trying to spam one out with the AWP. They will not expect this position. But actually, the shot's going to be missed. He only manages the dink. And now it's onto the AWPs to try and trade this one back. We're going to see the sneaky play out from this AWP of Cyclone, looking for some nades of his own. Actually going to fall back. This is far too close now for Team123. And again, they go from an advantageous position. Throw it away again. 15-13. The comeback seemingly looking real. Oh, do you have NATO on your friends list? So do I. Although I'm not. I'm appeared offline, so I can't actually check anything. Seems like NATO has a lot of friends. Not a full investment available for the CT side. They've got the loss bonus building up behind them. Got some pistols at least to play with, and the double AWPs could still cause them some trouble. It's going to be aggressive plays coming out. NATO going for the pick. Will not spot anybody, but actually finds the first. Looking for more as he goes back. Gets a second as well, giving them a two-man advantage in this situation. Looking for a third and finds it. NATO looking to drag this through on his own. The highlight reel is set. As he goes from YouTuber to star. Two players stand in their way. Luz and Exus. NATO on the edge of the smoke, but he misses the no-scope this time. It's going to be further aggression from Luz that evens up the scenario once again. And he's going to be doing it alone. Not this time for you. NATO, Sapphics, and Team123 as Luz is on the field. 14-15. OT looming. But it will at least be a bye. Go back a few months and people will be talking about Danish Counter-Strike in a very different way. The way that Team123 seem to be playing it at the moment. Hands grasping round their necks as they look to throw this one away. It's going to be trades across the board. 3v3 after the smoke fades, but it's NATO once again with that AWP. He's doing work, looking to save them. One of the T's already given up in this situation, doesn't believe in the comeback, doesn't believe in his teammates to bring this one through, but Exus has other ideas. He's going to make him rejoin the server again. Maybe not. Rezex will finish. Team123, they'll get themselves the victory in a very close fashion, but it will just be enough. Unfortunately, I don't think this changes anything in terms of their tournament survival. But it will at least be a victory that they can take. They can look at, they can go over, look at things to improve. Hopefully come back stronger in the future. I think this also means that Pride are likely to be taken with them. It all depends on how we see Binary Dragons play. Either way, we're going to be going for a break. I'm going to go get some food. And we will be back with our next matchup to decide the outcome of Group Number A. Number A, letter A.